And so did New York City politics, ran my first campaign, worked for 2 city council members. Then I wanted to do national politics, did that, ended up in the Obama-Biden White House.
Right.
And then continued that trajectory.
Oh, finally, I get the remote.
And that's how I got to meet President Biden when he was vice president.
All right.
And got to travel with him. And I got to meet someone who was truly kind and decent and cared about people. I have the story that I tell all the time about how I first met then Vice President Biden. I was on Air Force 2.
I was entertained.
And I can't believe I said that. I was on Air Force 2.
That's it.
On Air Force 2, and I had never met him. And I was sitting in my chair on Air Force 2. He comes by, and he's like, he sees me, and he wants to start the conversation. Me, this young staffer, he sits next to me. He asks me how I'm doing, and we start talking about Delaware. We were headed to Delaware, coming from New Jersey, and we have this conversation about him, about me. He wanted to know, like,
I don't say blah, blah, blah.
where did I grow up? Who was my family? How did I...
So he saw you.
He saw, yes, he saw me. And there was this caring, kind of fundamentally decent person who wanted to know who I was. And so we've had that relationship since 2009. And I would not, look, the job that I do is incredibly hard. It is incredibly
yeah, we see.
And I would not be doing this if it wasn't for him. He asked me to do it, and I said, there's no one else that I would come back to the White House for or go back on a campaign for but for you. And I was honored to be asked. Honored to be asked.